Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Asifa Lahore and I am Britain's first out Muslim drag queen. I'm here with my bestie.
Hello Asifa, hello everyone.
Hello. It's so good to be back in the new year, and today we are going to be talking about our experience on Eating with My Ex. Yes, we took part in the new series. And our episode is up on BBC Three now. It's episode 4 of the new series, so check it out. But before we go into that, there's a few things that I want to say. We are going to be at RuPaul's Drag Con UK.
Yay.
Next weekend.
18th and 19th of January.
18th and 19th of January, thank you.
Booth E36.
Booth E36, and we're going to be there with our exotic jewels. And I'm going to come in a little bit closer so you can see. We are going to be launching our exclusive drag fans.
Yes.
Mine are yes.
And mine say, ooh, girl. So very appropriate. Something that we've been working on for quite a while now.
And we can't wait to launch them at Drag Con UK next weekend, so be there. Disco Rani this month will take place on the 24th of January. Disco Rani, for all of you who do not know, is my LGBT Bollywood club night. And we're also doing Drag Bingo at the Stanley Halls on January the 31st. So be there and be there.
Yeah, that's it. Be there.
Right.
So should we start with Eating with My Ex?
Yes. So, we were contacted by the producers of Eating with My Ex last summer.
Before, this was like early spring.
No, really?
Yes, I think I still had a beard.
Oh my god, early spring. And it was like, oh, would you like to take part in the new series? And I thought about it. Well, we both thought about it. I thought about it because I was like, it's a very personal thing, like getting your ex and going eating with them and talking about past relationships. And I didn't really feel comfortable doing that unless it was someone I really, really trusted in my previous love life. And obviously I instantly thought of you. Because you were my first love. You are my first love. And
do you mind if I
go
interject? It just felt like such a long time ago. You know, our relationship has evolved and moved on, and that was just, you know, it's something that we look back on, but I don't really see you as, you know, my first love. I see you as my best friend. It's just, you know, a facet of our relationship. So, you know, having to go back to that place, which was quite an aggressive and violent time
in our lives,
to go back to that point and relive it, that was what scared me the most. It wasn't necessarily going on national television and, well, on BBC Three.
Honey, it's national television.
Whatever.
It might be a digital channel, but it's national television.
Yes. But it was more just going back to that place and time when, let's be real, being gay or being LGBT was, I'm not going to do the whole woe is me, but it was fucking tough.
It was tough, yes.
And, you know, Section 28 was really difficult to navigate. Yeah. Especially at a time when we didn't really know what a Section 28 was. We just knew that what we were was different and not good. Yes, exactly. It wasn't accepted. Yes. And that was the you know, that's what Section 28 gave back to us. Yeah. You know, the teachers couldn't support us. Yeah. So there was always this air of negativity surrounding who we were, and for the longest time it affected me emotionally, physically, psychologically, all sorts. Yeah. So going back there, that's what scared me the most. Yeah. But at the same time, when we were approached, I was like, you know what? If it helps to help someone, you know, who perhaps hasn't navigated it in the same way that we have. Yeah. And also in the light of all the protests in Birmingham and in the other parts of the UK where people are protesting
against inclusive education.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Let us not let our history repeat
itself. And actually you mentioned something really important, their history. I still think that a lot of young LGBT queer people still don't know their history. No. I mean, I know Section 28 was featured as part of RuPaul's Drag Race, obviously, which is great. But still, if something doesn't affect you, why would you know about it?
Of course.
So I guess one way of us taking part was actually making sure that Section 28 and our experiences were mentioned.
That was very much the main reason why I took part.
Yeah. Obviously, we said yes. And what happens before shooting is obviously pre-production, where, you know, they get in touch and find out stuff about us.
Honey!
What did you think about all that? What they were calling us?
What I found most fascinating was that you were doing it in one room and I was doing it in the other.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
It was okay. I just found really harrowing at times to just go back to that place. Like, oh, how did it make you feel? I'm like, I can't remember. That was 20-something years ago. You know, she's an old queen. So I struggled. But what I found the most surprising were those feelings that I thought I dealt with regarding you enjoying my earrings.
I am.
What I struggled with was those feelings of anxiety. Like, I was talking about this, and these people are no longer in my life. No longer in our lives. But the fear of retribution, the fear of being bullied. Like, I remember walking down corridors, and the only thing that would get me through it was you. Because literally, it was like the Red Sea would part, and it was just abuse of Chichi Man, Batty Boy, backs to the wall, bum boys.
I used to love backs to the wall.
But it was really, I remember like sometimes walking down the corridors in tears. And being pushed right, left and centre.
And I was your Moses.
You were my Moses, yeah. Anyway. So going back to that place
was daunting.
Yeah, it was daunting. It made me really anxious.
Yeah.
Especially when, and you know, these are story researchers, and they're like, "Oh, so what happened?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Yeah.
No, leave me alone."
I know. I found it the whole story researching thing where they were getting in touch with us, asking us about our past. It was okay, but I was like, come on, hurry up. I want to be, you know, I want to be in front of the cameras. I want to be shot. And going through that whole, oh my God, you know, kind of being vulnerable, telling them your ins and outs, telling them everything that happened between you and I. It was, reliving all that was quite emotionally draining.
It was really draining, but something that, you know, people need to know if they were to want to go on reality television is that your story has to be vetted.
Yeah.
So essentially, our story had to go to the higher to upper echelons of the production company of the channel.
Yeah.
So essentially, we were there sharing our deepest, most vulnerable thoughts, and it still had to be approved. That's
the nature of media, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know?
But that was okay. And then we got to the day of the shoot, and we were separated. Like, full on, you go left, I go right. How was that for you?
Do you know what? On the day of the shoot, I really enjoyed the shoot. I mean, you know, it was very much, obviously, you know, they knew that we lived together. So, you know, a cab picked you up first, and then a cab picked me up.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I want to give a shout out to Manish Chopra. He basically was my friend in the shoot, and he agreed to be part of it. And I basically, I was driving around central London, had my phone in my hand, doing, you know, talking to Manish about you and our past and stuff like that. And then, you know, we shot for like a good, I'd say, an hour.
You and Manish?
Me and Manish. And it was only, I think, like 5 seconds was
Well,
used.
whilst you were doing that...
Yeah.
And I don't think this was even used at all. I shot with my dear friend, Raghavi. Raghavi Mangaleswaram. Shout out to Raghavi. We do enjoy her. Who met me in person at a bar in Soho. And we had like wine at 11 o'clock in the morning, which was fabulous. And we chatted, but I don't think that was used. But again, you know, the whole editing and, you know...
How long did that take? Like
about an hour.
An hour. Okay, and then I was taken to the restaurant first. The restaurant was in Leicester Square, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And it was a really nice sort of like Pan-Asian restaurant.
Really good.
Really good. If you'd like... I don't know what the damn restaurant is. We need to look it up.
Something Chang's.
Something Chang's, but it was amazing. The starters were like these big, massive king prawns. Bloody fucking tasty. Loved it. Loved them. They were amazing.
Shouldn't have eaten them, but they were good.
They were so good. But anyway, I got there first, and I was quite nervous, you know, sitting there, looking all glam.
And so I loved, it was all set up. You know, all the other couples around you.
Yeah, they're not
They were
real
all
people.
extras.
Yeah, they're all
They
extras.
were all people that just, you know, got a free meal.
Yeah.
and got to sit there for hours.
And listen to us.
Yeah, going in.
I was so glad when you walked through the door and came in because I was like, hey, not only did my nerves go away straight away.
Yeah.
It was just nice to see a friendly face, right?
Yeah. But whilst you were inside, I was made to sit outside and walk back and forth several times.
Really?
And all I could think of was, Sergio, breathe in.
Yeah, breathe in.
This is television. It will add you £20, £15 million. Breathe. So I was like, breathe.
That opening shot of you walking down there was hot. You looked hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you looked really hot.
I did have a few issues about because again, you know, as the show discussed, I am a trans person. I am a trans woman. So there were these elements of, I was like, am I going to be perceived as a man? You know, because there I was with the binary with a beard. So there were all these, you know, triggers going on.
Sure.
And the last thing in my mind was, just don't look pregnant. But yeah, so that was it. And then I walked in, I saw your face. Because we'd been kept apart for like 6 hours at this point.
Which is long.
For us, it's long.
Yeah, it's quite long. And then to be honest, I'll be honest, it was like having dinner with you as per normal every day.
At a restaurant.
It flew by. Loved it. I don't know what we chatted about.
The reality was we were there. That meal lasted about 5 hours.
Did it really? Wow.
Yeah,
it lasted 5 hours. But I quite enjoyed the meal aspect because we were just talking. The producers would come every so often and prod us in our ears and be like, can you talk a bit about that? Can you talk a bit
give
about
us
that?
Plates.
Yes. No, even besides the plates, they would just come. Once or twice they came to me and go, can you bring that
yes,
up?
I was also. I will say that the team were super friendly.
Super lovely.
The director was really nice. He came to me at one point and was like, I hope you get whatever you need from this. And at that point, I hadn't really thought about that, per se. I didn't think I really needed anything. Because that was such a long time ago in our lives that I didn't think it was that, relevant still.
Off the top of my head, I think it was shot in May. Maybe even before. May 2019. Right?
Yeah.
Around that period. Yeah.
It was around then. It was early.
Yeah.
And I just remember feeling, you know, what am I going to get from this? You know, I just want to get my story out there. But tapping into those feelings of, for the longest time, I carried these feelings of, A, not being good enough, which were linked to constantly being bullied.
Yeah.
And B, so I spent my year 11 by myself because you had to move on.
Yeah.
Even though the story, they tried to produce it to show that you abandoned me, but you had to go on to college.
Yeah.
And I carried these feelings of like just constant anxiety. And I put those demons to rest. Because for the longest time, they were always with me. And I felt like I put them... I didn't think I would. But going through this experience of eating with my ex, I was able to go, you know what?
It's over.
It's over.
I'm glad you had that sort of moment of realisation because for me it was absolute feelings of guilt for leaving you behind. And I get now that I had like...
You had to.
But I think not keeping in touch really got like... I think I'd held on to. And, you know, saying that to you and talking that through, I think in that manner just kind of helped release all that, you know? All that. And it was... I'm glad we did it. And
I forgive you.
I know you do.
I forgive you now. I forgave you then.
Yes. And you forgive me later as well.
Yeah!
Right, anyway.
Make sure I take these off first.
Yes. As I was saying, afterwards, after the meal, we were then taken to like...
Oh, funniest thing happened. So, can I give them a little bit of a secret?
Yes.
So we were made to eat our starter once again.
Yeah.
And by this point, I done my button. Yeah. I was like breathing out. I was like, oh, damn it. So then they made us eat. And it was so good. So good that us and the production were all eating it because we were like, we can't eat anymore.
Exactly.
And let's shout out, the production was so friendly.
The production were amazing. I want to give a shout out to Lucy, who was one of the casting directors.
Yes.
She was amazing.
And there was a guy, Can't remember. Both LGBT.
Yeah.
Who really had done their research and were really engaging. Yeah. Just really
They were brilliant. They were brilliant.
But yeah, I'd kind of...
By this point, you were like... They made us walk out of the restaurant and they were shooting us.
Yeah.
And by this point, you just didn't care whether you looked like a pregnant lady.
Yeah, I was like, breathe out. I was like,
can't be bothered.
I breathed out good. And it was really nice. And then we had to do like post-confessionals, post-meal confessionals.
Yeah. And they took us to some hotel lobby to do that.
Yeah, Holborn.
Yeah. In Holborn, which was really nice. And then they just popped us in a cab and we came home.
It was a really easy day.
It was
long day.
It was one long day, but we shot a lot.
I think we left the home about... we left the house about 6. And we were home about 7.
You know what? It was a good experience. And if you're thinking about doing it for the next series, I would say go for it. It's a lot of fun. You get to have really nice meals. And you get to let off any steam that you normally wouldn't be able to have, I think.
I think we live in a world where people see TV as, it's not about fame. For me, it felt like a therapy session. It was just a dear old friend that I didn't have to pay for.
Exactly.
And I got a free meal out of it.
And I got to dress up all nice.
And I got to look like a pregnant lady.
Yeah. And those were our experiences of eating with my ex. Remember to check out our episode on BBC Three. And also, remember, DragCon UK next week, 18-19 January 2020 at Kensington Olympia.
E36.
Our booth is E36, Exotic Jewels. And we're going to be there with gorgeous jewellery.
Our drag fans.
As well as our new drag fans. And look, I've just taken one off just for you.
Custom-made costume jewellery.
Yes!
Oh, you have yours. I have...
Ooh, girl! So come along and say hi to us. But in the meantime...